Welcome, Pisces. It is Sachi, and we are here to do your guided healing reading where we take a look at what wound is currently being triggered or that you are working on, what is keeping you stuck in your healing journey, how to get you unstuck, and then some advice on how to heal the wound in general. Please do remember that the top 2 videos with the most likes get a bonus reading, as well as whoever comes in first place gets the extended for free for this and also the bonus. So please do remember, if this resonates, to hit that like button. I would also like to let you know that I have a 30-day free trial for anyone who would like to become an Eagle member on the website, which gives you access to the extended video and all of the extended for this month and all past months as well, so that you can do a deeper dive and watch for your sun, moon, rising, or whatever planet you are working with in your chart, as well as have access to my musings page, which is where I write about up-to-date astrological transits and some other topics too, how to protect yourself, how to cleanse the space, and so on. So yeah, I would also like to let you know that my books are finally open again after about 6 months of being closed. So if you're interested in working with me, I am taking new clients and of course recurring clients for readings of this nature, astrology readings and chart hackings, and one-on-one spiritual mentorship. So if you are interested, now would be the time to do that. You can book with me at Sachi The Scorpio. All the info is in the description box. So anyway, Pisces, let's get started. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We have 4 of Wands in reverse, 5 of Cups in reverse, Page of Swords, 9 of Cups in reverse, Emperor, and World in reverse. So what this is telling me here with the 4 of Wands is that there is some issue with not being in union here. This may be a person that you're in a relationship with, or you want to be in a relationship with, and things are just not on the same level. It is my card of twin flame union, so with it in reverse, it's telling me that is not the case. Again, it's not being in union, not taking that next step, not making some sort of commitment. With the 5 of Cups in reverse, this can be holding on to emotional pain or accepting some sort of emotional poison that is being delivered to you, because the 5 of Cups in this deck specifically is pouring out the poison out of your cups, whether that's self-sabotaging emotions or someone who has poisoned your emotional body. So it seems as though you're sort of holding on to these negative emotions that are like carbonating your blood is what I heard. It's like making literally your blood boil. With the Page of Swords here, Page of Swords represents an underdeveloped feminine and masculine energy when it comes to communication. So the Page of Swords sort of says whatever, doesn't really care. He swings the sword around, doesn't care who he hits, doesn't care who his words hurt. And, notice the size of the sword. So it can be this energy of, someone who just wants to sort of one-upsmanship someone else, out-talk someone, overspeak over someone. It really has a lot to do with ego here. And with the 9 of Cups in reverse, it's saying that a wish is not being fulfilled. This is stopping from your wish fulfillment from being manifested. And with the Emperor here, it seems like someone is being very dominating. This is a hierarchical masculine presence whose, word is law in a way. And the Emperor, especially in this deck, it's like it's his way or the highway. You don't want to listen to what he wants. Okay, well, he'll, sort of burn your village down. So it's kind of a scorched earth policy of kind of terrorist tactics is how I like to describe the Emperor sometimes, of like, you have to cater to my will or else. And with the World in reverse, this is saying that this is a karmic cycle that it has yet to be broken. It seems like you might be close, right? The World card is still coming out, but it's not there yet. And this may be causing your world to feel like it is upside down, or even the world at large on a macrocosmic scale. It may be projecting outwards as everything is sort of chaotic here. And again, a lot of it has to do with that patriarchal male whose word is law, or some sort of domination going on. We'll just put the Emperor there because he wants to be in charge, it seems. Then we had fire energy coming out in reverse. So this is your root chakra coming out in reverse. So not only is it stealing your firepower, is it stealing your energy, it also is making your root chakra feel unstable, which could mean that it's influencing your eating and sleeping habits, but also your sense of safety. So you might be feeling very unsafe, influencing your root chakra. With Skirskit using agility, you may be trying, your heart chakra is using its agility energy, right? So it's your heart chakra is trying to keep up with the situation and just try to stay on the surface of the emotion. Skirskit is a water strider Pokemon, which, you know, they use Vanderwall forces, which allows them to sort of skate across the water instead of sinking. And so that's basically what your heart chakra is doing, is trying to stay on the surface, trying to stay afloat, trying to stay agile, because this situation with Lurantis here using Solar Cutter is literally cutting your heart chakra. It's breaking your heart, but instead of feeling it, you're trying to stay on the surface of the situation. Solar Cutter is also, right, solar is sun. This is cutting the light out of your life. And, you know, as it's cutting the light, what is it doing? We have Lunala with lunar pain, which is saying that it's bringing you lunar moon pain, which is emotional pain. And that is bringing you dark energy. So we will look further into this, that this is what is being cleansed, but it seems like whoever that emperor is, it's like they're bringing you in the dark ages. But other than this, I hope you're doing well, Pisces. I'm sending you lots of love already. Like I said, what we're going to do is see what is going on in your healing journey, what is keeping you stuck in your healing journey, how to get you unstuck, and then some advice on how to heal this wound. So let's just see what's going on with you, Pisces. Knight of Cups in reverse, Fool in reverse. So Knight of Cups, it's interesting. I feel like this is you as the Knight of Cups, which there's kind of something very innocent about it, about the come and go emotional energy. But when the Knight of Cups comes out in reverse, it can be that, again, it's like your emotions aren't coming and going as they usually flow. And we saw that with Skirskit. You're more on the surface, where Pisces, usually you're deep in the waters. But of course, why would you go deep in the waters if those waters are full of pain? So it feels like you are, you know, I'm feeling like not emotional flow energy here. That's what I'm getting from the Knight of Cups in reverse. With the Fool in reverse, it's kind of a rejection of, again, you don't want to feel like you were a fool. They're also, you know, the Fool is the first card of the major arcana, which represents taking a leap of faith, having a new beginning, you know, starting a new adventure. And with that in reverse, it feels like you feel as though you can't start anew. You can't start afresh. Tell me more. I feel like I need a little bit more information. We have Two of Swords and Seven of Wands, both kind of coming out stuck, but they are both upright. So Two of Swords represents a conversation that should happen between two people, but instead you're sort of playing both sides in your head. It's balancing masculine and feminine, or yin and yang energy in your own mental space. So for example, you know, it's a conversation, again, that you should be having with someone else, but instead you're sort of, you know, saying it in your head and then hearing what you think they will reply, and then you're sort of responding and stuff like that. So again, I feel like you're sort of playing both parts, which of course is going to cause emotional stagnation, and, you know, part of why you're not taking that, you know, starting over energy with the Fool. And, you know, one thing I will say about the Knight of Cups is, you know, the Knight rides in and, you know, offers true love and pure emotion and things like that. And also, you know, when they don't feel that way, they still, you know, offer that pure emotion. And Knights are always a come and go type energy. It's not a full commitment type typically, but it feels like the Knight, again, is sort of stuck. It's like he rode into this town on his fish, and now his fish is just stuck there and he's in town, where he's not allowing himself to sort of flow, or themselves to flow where they need to go. And with the Seven of Wands, I feel like this is why you feel like you can't have a new beginning, and why you can't leave is what I'm hearing. With the Seven of Wands, this is when all other wands are put down and they choose one wand. It's like, this is the wand I want to manifest with. This is the magic I want to create. So for example, if each wand were to represent a certain action, you know, I want to have this dream home, or I want to write this poem, or I want to be with this partner. It's sort of putting everything down and choosing one thing. So it seems like you have chosen one specific thing. And I have a feeling it's the Emperor. Let's see what's the light energy here. Going right to the Two of Swords and the Knight of Cups, we have Trainer, Cross Receiver in reverse. Yeah, so Trainer indicates the other person, right? Cross Receiver are like people who are talking on walkie-talkie. So because it's coming out in reverse, again, you're not communicating with this person. Instead, you are playing both sides in your own head. But again, there's something that's stopping you from not being able to emotionally sort of move on to the next town. And part of it is perhaps maybe because you can't talk to this person, or there's something about, you know, communicating with them. Let's see what's the shadow. We have Vigoroth using Shatter here, and this is the wild monkey Pokemon. So there can be kind of this, you know, I'm hearing like the animal in you awoken. Okay, Pisces. With Vigoroth here, there's this energy of feeling like you need to assert your vigor here. And sort of, you know, continue on with what you have chosen. With Shatter here, it feels like something has been shattered. It is normal type, which represents communication. So for some reason, there was a shattering in communication. And again, now you're sort of playing both sides. It says its stress level rises if it cannot keep moving constantly. Too much stress makes it feel sick. So yeah, you know, its stress levels rise if it can't move. And again, it feels like you're stuck, like you can't go on a new adventure. You can't move to that new town or whatever. And that may be manifesting as sickness now, right? And whether it has evolved into sickness already or not, part of it, and my head is like throbbing. The right side of my head, which is like masculine side, is throbbing. So again, I feel like there is some issue with the masculine energy here. And we saw, because the Four of Wands in reverse, the feminine is not in union, right? It was two feminines in union, which means like spiritually not on the same page at all. And so regardless of sickness, your stress levels are through the roof. And if you don't do something about your stress, it can manifest into illness. Of course, this is not a medical professional spread. All right, let's see here. What's keeping you stuck? Yeah, I would like to know. What is anchoring you? We have Queen of Pentacles in reverse here. Let me drink some water. So you don't feel cared for. You don't feel nurtured. It feels like you gave, you know, energy to something like, oh, it's like, again, it's like, you know, maybe you ride into town, you offer this pure love, like, oh my gosh, I'm infatuated with you, or blah, 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 blah. And then when you're out of it, it's like, okay, you know, I don't feel this way anymore. I need to move on, sort of thing. But it's like you rode into this town, and again, there was some problem of communication where now it's all in your own head. And you just don't feel cared for like you have in the past, with the Five of Swords in reverse. And it's like you can't even fight for what you believe. It's like you can't even argue with this person or with the situation. Interesting. Let's see what's the light energy here. Going right to the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, we have aromatic energy. So yeah, you don't feel physically nurtured or physically cared for. With aromatic energy, again, there was something that sort of brought out the animalistic side of you. With aromatic energy, this is a special type of grass type, which represents the heart chakra. It's like the heart chakra sort of smelt something for the first time, if that makes sense. There's sort of a biochemical activation here is what I'm getting. And part of that is keeping you stuck, of like, this is kind of what I'm feeling is like, like maybe, you know, like somebody has like a scent that you really like, and like you went out and bought that cologne or perfume or something, and like you're spraying it all the time or something like that. Again, there really is something that is biochemically activating you. That's the only way that I can describe it. Let's see what's the shadow here. Aaron using rigidify. So yeah, this process has made you rigid. You know, you don't feel taken care of. Oh, wow. Okay, so I was getting, it's like, you know, a fish, when it's staying for too long, it's like stinky fish energy. Because, again, that emotional sort of flow is not occurring. And Aaron using rigidify, this is a steel type, which represents, you know, putting up steel walls, basically. And so this has caused you to become rigid and stay where you are, because you're still sort of playing this conversation in your head, thinking that you know, what it is that you're trying to manifest, when what you're trying to manifest, you know, it's not nurturing you, and you can't even sort of argue your point to it. It's kind of like, you know, maybe someone had blocked you or something like that. But yeah, it's made you very, very rigid here. This is the Iron Armor Pokemon. So it's kind of like you have all this armor on, right, as the knight, but it's like you have this armor on, but you can't even fight for what it is that you want, because something is stopping you. Something is blocking you. It says it usually lives deep in the mountains. However, hunger may drive it to eat railroad tracks and cars. So it's talking about usually in the mountains. So again, there is this kind of come and go. And look, she's even in the mountains here. There's this kind of come and go where, you know, you're used to your solitude to a certain extent. You know, you're okay with sort of the come and go emotional exchange that you've had throughout life, but never have you not felt nurtured or cared for like how this situation happened. And it's talking about, you know, its hunger drives it to eat railroad tracks and cars. So, you know, the hunger here stops the transportation, right? It's eating the railroad tracks, which stops the trains. It eats the cars, so the cars can't go. So again, it's like this rigidity. It's kind of like the armor that you have from the situation has just weighed you down to the point that you feel like you can't sort of get up. That's how it feels here. I'm very sorry to hear that, Pisces. Yeah, separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Like I said, in the extended, we're going to see what to do to get you unstuck, sort of how to take off this armor, or at least layers of it. It's kind of like another knight kind of put their armor on you too. And then some advice on how to heal this wound in general. Let's see what the romance angels would like to say here. Express your love coming out stuck, but in reverse. So again, there's like, you want to be able to sort of express this stuff, but for whatever reason in reverse you can't. Again, there's not a cross receiver. So, you know, maybe if it's not like a blocking energy, maybe you met someone, you never got their number or something like that. It says go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So again, you want to make that gesture, you want to manifest with this wand, but something is stopping you. And maybe you're sort of trying to sniff them out, kind of like follow their trail. But again, there's just something that is just weighing you down so much. And I'm so sorry to hear that, Pisces. All right. I saw a win-win forecast is outcome. Or a win-win outcome is forecast. All right, let's see what Mother Moon would like to say to bring us into the extended. And as I mentioned, the extended is free for 30 days if you would like to sign up as an Eagle member. Going right to Vigoroth using Shatter, we have confidence is your key to success with the new moon in Leo. So confidence, right? So again, there's kind of a downtrodden energy here, if I can be honest. And that seems to be sort of what's keeping you down, is being rigid instead of having this flow. You know, being weighed down by all of this armor instead of being your sort of watery interdimensional self, I should say. So it's time to get the confidence up, increase that solar plexus. And we have expect powerful change in reverse with the new moon eclipse. So what this is saying is you can't expect powerful change to happen if you're not confident in yourself and your results and what it is that you want. So part of the key here is to get that confidence up. Let's bring a unicorn guide out. We have caring community. It's kind of coming out in reverse. So again, like where you're stuck, you may not feel very cared for. You may not feel physically nurtured. It says participate and belong, enrich your life. So part of it is understanding where do you belong. You know, participation and, you know, being around others is extremely important, especially to feel nurtured and cared for, whether it's by one particular person or whatever, right? Not one person can meet all those needs. And so it may be a good time to be part of a caring community that can help you through these tough times, okay? So like I said, we're going to head into the extended and see what we can do to get you unstuck and some general advice on how to heal this wound. So the link is in the description box below, and I will see you there.